I really appreciate what you want to do with the kids. I've been researching this for a long time, Power. I've been, yeah, they say put a whole house filter on your home, then add a second filter in the fridge for drinking water, and change the filter often. Okay. And Gary, we may not be able to avoid anything from China, but we can damn sure try. We need to support Americans, and we need to take care of Americans. I mean, I don't to send billions of dollars to the Mideast, oil-rich countries doesn't make sense to me when we've got children, as Power has described here in this interview. So, Power, what about your film connections? What about the people there? I mean, I'm looking for backers. I'm looking for help. I'm looking for people. I've got movies. I've got books to distribute, and we're working on this, folks.
I think that your idea for Liberty City is outstanding because the veterans really, really, really need this. And to have a field house where they have medical care, and there's another thing. You said teepees, and just to put this in there real quickly because I saw a vision. You said teepees in different ways that they can live, but those garages that they make that literally looks like a house, you can get garages and they're portable and they're made out of different types of material. I see that as a really nice village for single men if they wanted to be in a nice home type atmosphere, but it's portable and you can move it wherever within Liberty Village.
That is exactly what I designed for the first Liberty Villages when I was advertising Liberty Villages in the centerfold of my magazine, Free American magazine. What you're talking about, Cavco out of Phoenix makes a nice little park model trailer that looks just like a cabin. Got a loft up there, got one or two bedrooms, got everything. Yeah. It's a park model trailer. You can move it, and it's a hell of a lot better living in one of those. That's about $20,000. That's about $24,000 for a park model trailer. And that's good enough to put onto any lot. You can put it right next to a house that you're renovating.
It's a great beginning. It really is a great beginning. And you could also start veterans that are getting some sort of income back from the government. You could actually start them now if they would like to invest in Liberty Village in their own payment plan where they may send you $100 a month until they're $20,000 or however much they choose to send to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Until they're $20,000 and then you can purchase their home and then they can move in it.
And these homes that you're talking about, those can be put together as a tenancy.
They can be put together,
as
right.
a tenancy.
So I want to take those to Africa.
Tenancy in common. Tenancy in common. That means 2 or 3 families can invest in a single house, and they all own. So as long as they upgrade it and develop it and put their growing systems in, their greenhouses in, anything out of there.
That's right, but it would give them a beginning. Money. So when you were speaking about it, I saw that.
Yes, and all those plans have been developed. Now I'm working on right now. I'm working on. Let me see here. Okay. All right. We're not streaming anymore, but we're still on the line. And now I've got a caller on the line that I believe you know, and he's trying to help me and you by setting us up with some business opportunities. The Zamzu, the free things, and the KB Gold. Ron, are you with us?
Yeah, this is my internet friend, Ron.
Say hello, Ron.
Hi. How y'all doing this morning?
We're doing pretty good.
Good morning.
Good morning, Paula.
Good morning.
I wanted you to. We've been talking about this. Now I've got 2 or 3 links up to some of the sites that you've recommended and you've helped me set up. I believe you've you've done this for Power too. You wanna just bring that up and mention that real quick, and then I'll go back to talking to Power.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am. You certainly can. You certainly can.
For those who are interested in Chocolate Tiger Productions, you can find me at Adult Space. It's like MySpace. It's called Adult Space, and you would look for Chocolate Tiger if you want to know more about the adult entertainment company. So just to let you know, because he had mentioned links. So that's another link for the adults out there who'd like to have some adult fun.
Okay, that's
Okay,
adult what?
Hi, Ronald, back to you.
Okay, what's an adult? Give me that website again. Adult what?
Adult Entertainment Empire.
Now, the website, darling. What's the website?
Chocolate Tiger. It's called adultspace.com. Okay. And you're looking for Chocolate Tiger Productions, or it's Chocolate Tiger, actually.
Okay, Adult Space. That's what I needed. I'll put that link up on your website, too. And
if you put Chocolate Tiger in the search, then my site should come up.
All right. Well, I've got you up there.
Okay.
And Ron, you wanted to say something about your business, the business opportunities that are up on the Free American, and they can do it from Power's sites too, I suppose. But tell us about that real quick.
Yes.
You gotta tell us about that too, right?
That Power.
What?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ron, or I'll let you go. You got a minute to put something in about the free thing.
Yes, I got PowerRoyal involved in Zamzoo, and I got you involved in Zamzoo, and Power is also in the gold business. And basically, what we're trying to do is build a network of business associates, so that the cash flow, which I think is very important, will start coming in for both of you. So I think regular programs such as the one that we're doing now will actually get the ball rolling for us to fund these passions of ours. And you can go to Clay's website, Free American, and also .com, see all the links there. And also you can go to PowerRoyal's Facebook account and get her link if you want to support her, which I advise you to do, and support Clay. All these businesses that I'm introducing to everybody is something that will help bring cash flow to their passions. So that's basically my role. And I believe in PowerRoyal's vision. I believe in your vision, Clay. And man, I'm fired up. I want to help. You know what?
I appreciate
He does a little bit more than that, though. He actually sends me links to beautiful women that he feels or thinks that would be right for Chocolate Tiger Empire. So my Facebook has been dressed with all these beautiful women's photographs. So he has been very beneficial with helping me over the internet, helping me build this empire. So I appreciate everything you've done, and if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be on the phone right now, and I wouldn't be talking to all these people, and I appreciate both of you again. So he does more than that. He's really trying to help me. He believes in the empire, and you know, what man that doesn't love women wouldn't? He loves women, so he's trying to help me out, and I appreciate every bit of it. You got some fine girls you send it to me. Keep them coming.
All right, Ron. Listen, thank you.
Clay,
yes, sir.
Clay, you know, also my connection with Sally Hemmings, it runs right along with PowerRoyal's vision, because Sally was a multiracial individual who happened to get connected with Thomas Jefferson in some form or fashion. And I just see a legacy of that expanding in what she's trying to do. And I tell you, I'm fired up about what she's doing, and I'm fired up about what you're doing, Clay.
You know, I've got links.
Really.
I've got links to the whole movie, which is in about 16 sections, about Sally Hemings and Sally Heming and Thomas Jefferson, and that was an excellent movie. I thought that was very well done, and shows what they went through. Go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
You asked me a question earlier. I don't mean to interrupt. I'm very, very sorry. But when you ask me things, I want to make sure I don't forget, because you asked me something that I did not say. You asked me about my connections with the movie people and all the different people. And I just want to let you know that I know a lot of people that can come together. And I know them very well. A lot of people that understand me and have respect for me and my visions and what it is that I'm trying to do, that can actually help all the way around the board, everybody that's on this phone right now. The thing is that I stepped away from the movie and music industry to become a mother and to give my daughter 110% of who I am as a person. I'm just now emerging back into the entertainment world. I've been gone, I've literally been a hermit and a recluse creating music. I'm a music producer. I'm a singer as well. So I produce music. I'm writing a novel. I sing. So I've been working on all this music and content and my magazine and all these different things, waiting to emerge. And now they've emerged, so connecting with the individuals that I've come across in my lifetime and what I've been doing here, that has been the hard part. I've been trying to connect with people. So that's why I haven't gotten to where I needed to get to as quickly. So you wanted to know where they are. Hopefully they'll hear this, or someone will tell them about this. And for those out there who knew me as Robin, okay, it's Robin. For those out there who know me as Power, it's Power. For those who know me as Miss Royal, it's Miss Royal. And those who know me as Chocolate Tiger, it's Chocolate Tiger. Different people know me as different things.
Okay.
So all of you go to my Facebook, go to my info section. There's lots of information about Chocolate Tiger Productions, what I'm trying to do. As far as I'm looking for investors, I'm seeking investors, and I'm also seeking donations. I need help. It's hard. I'm going through a lot right now, and I really do need your support. And I need my friends to come together and listen that we're all here for a greater cause. It looks like the end of the world to me. I don't know about you guys, but I would really like to live in a place called heaven and just enjoy life. And I need to reiterate this. Ronald's companies that he's working with talks about gold. Gold right now, that will be the way that people will be using income. It's not going to be money and it's not going to be plastic. You need to own gold. He's right. Zamzoo is a shopping network where you actually shop for yourself and you get paid back to shop, as opposed to you just giving someone your money and then they take it all and you don't get anything back. So the two things that he's doing will only benefit and help you and your family structure financially. And this is the opportunity of a lifetime, all of us together, each one of us for a greater cause. Clayton, what he's doing, this is incredible. He wants to help veterans. So I hope that people are listening, but I really hope that they can dig down deep to the Jesus in them, because I truly do believe in God and I believe in Jesus, because God is love, to the God in you, and think about what legacy you want to leave behind for your children. I would like to leave paradise for my daughter and for the 20 million children that are waiting for me in Africa. I want to leave them paradise. What do you want to leave for your children? Think about what's going on in the world. There's a lot happening. I'm sorry, in the United States, people just aren't as safe as they think that they are. Please don't forget 9/11. Please don't forget 9/11. Please don't forget 9/11. There's a very false sense of security here. Well, so you need to be thinking about your futures.
Let me bring something else up. You know, I'm from Texas, so I still remember the Alamo, and because I'm from Texas, I damn sure remember the April 19th, tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to talk about Waco, and I think every American needs to remember Waco and remember that they blew up because of what I did and others. After Waco, we started the militias around the country to defend the American people, from this type of invasion. They killed 25 children under the age of 18, 19 of them under the age of 8. They killed them, and we need to remember Waco. We need to remember April 19th, Patriots Day, that they did this and burnt up 85 families in that Waco compound. And this was a multicultural compound too. There were blacks, there were whites, there were people from all over the world working together. It was an ideal situation, and they weren't in Waco, Texas. They were in Elk, Texas, and they were.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate you staying with me that long.
But you're right, and it should be remembered, because that was company that was coming together, and for whatever reasons, they were doing just fine. It was peaceful for them, And that did not have to happen that way, and you're so right about that.
It was a psychological operation on the American people. See, they don't resist us by force of arms. Don't resist us. Don't own weapons. Don't, because that'll make you a danger to the whole new world order type of thing. That's what it was. It was a psychological message to the American people. Don't resist us. We're the government. We're here to help you. And if you don't let us help you, we'll kill you. Now this is what
they'll be remembered because of you. They will be remembered because of you. A lot of children. You're right. A lot of children died that day, and a lot of children are dying right now in Africa. So my heart goes out to my children.
And you know, I was just watching a clip where they were hassling the police. And I think it was in Chicago. I could be wrong. But they were hassling. Some guy was on a bicycle on the sidewalk. They pulled him over. Some black man came by and made some comment, and the cops started hassling him. You know, that shouldn't happen in our cities. That shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be happening like that. Now they're trying to make criminals out of white people. They're trying to paint the Tea Parties, which rose up because for the same reasons. That I started the Free American, that I started the militias. They're trying to demonize the Tea Parties and say, oh, Clay Douglas is a racist. You know, you shouldn't let him come to the Tea Parties. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that.
Well, you know what? You're definitely not a racist. That's for sure. And I appreciate, because I'm a black woman, and I just really appreciate what you're doing. So, again, thank you so very much. Very much.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Because
certainly.
there is someone that I've been trying to get in touch with to help me with this. And I don't know how you feel about this individual, because you either love him or hate him. This is how people feel, but I just so happen to love him. And his name is Kanye West. I've been reaching out to Kanye West because he was raised in Chicago, and a lot of the work that we need to do starts right here. And for some reason, it seems like every gift that I release into the world for him evaporates into thin air. I've been trying to get in touch with him for quite some time. I know he's a bad boy, and he might blow off sometimes and say things that people don't like, but the one thing I like about this young man is that he tells the truth. And I don't know how you feel about him, you know, because you do have your strong opinions.
Well, I don't know.
He's someone that is supposed to help me with this. God has already told me he's supposed to help me.
You need to, if you will, tell me a little bit more about him, because I never heard of him. Dear.
You've never heard of Kanye West?
No.
Do you remember when they had the hurricane in Louisiana?
Yes.
And the flood there? There was a young man that was on the news with Austin Powers, Michael Meyer, is that his name? The actor that plays Austin Powers. Mike, what's his name?
Yes.
Yeah, he was on television with him, and he was the young man in the hip hop world. He is a rap artist and a producer, as well as an entrepreneur. He was on television with him, and he was the one that said Bush doesn't like black people. Do you remember that comment that was made then?
No. He said what now? What was his comment?
He was on national television, and he said Bush doesn't like black people. He was the one that stood up, or in the hip-hop world, really stood up and said that the people in New Orleans should not have had to suffer the way that they did, and that if President Bush really liked black people, then they would not have gone through what they went through, even though there were different nationalities, all nationalities, but we do know that New Orleans was mostly African-American. He was a young man who voiced his opinion and was crucified for it, literally. Everyone was saying what he said was a horrible thing to do because he actually spoke against the President of the United States. And he stood up for something that he believed in.
They got a little bit upset.
And that is what got my attention. But he also made a song called Jesus Walks. Have you heard that song
No,
before?
I haven't heard that.
Jesus Walks. That is his song. So he's caught my attention, first for Jesus, and secondly for standing up for what he believed in. And I think that he'd be a powerful king in this journey back to Africa. But there's more than just him. There's more than him. There are 12 kings with their queens that are going to be helping me build this place, along with investors and everyone else. I love Walt Disney, and Walt Disney did a remarkable thing. He built this fairy tale place and a legacy and left a legacy behind. And I think that heaven on earth, paradise heaven on earth, can be just as magnificent and more fun. But how about a Disneyland for grown-ups and the children? Something for both of us. You have Sin City, you have Las Vegas. How long do you think that that's going to be there and God's not going to counteract it? So if you have Sin City, the only other option, the opposite end of that, the yin, the yang, the opposite end of that, heaven on earth. Yours is Liberty City. Everyone in everyone, excuse me, they have their own personal heaven on earth. Yours is Liberty City. Mine is paradise for the children of Africa.
Excellent. Let's get that right. It's called Liberty Villages, because I think we need to get away from the corporate state.
Liberty Villages.
We need to get away from the corporate state. We need to get, as far as I'm concerned, the cities right now, the way they're being run, are nothing more than the modern day ghettos. And
you don't like the name city. Thank you. I'm glad you clarified that for me. Liberty Villages, because a village does sound a whole lot better than a city.
I've asked. Now, how did we live? How did we live 5,000 years ago? How did we live? We lived in villages. We worked together. We grew our own food. We raised our own animals. We had the sheep herders, and we had the cowboys. We raised our own food. And the Indians had the buffalo before the white man came over and killed them all, slaughtered them all for no reason except to starve the Indians out. Now that's what's happening to us right now, folks. They're trying to starve you to death. Monsanto is creating GMO modified corn that rats won't eat. Rats won't eat this, and it's being put into our food supply.
Well, remember, I'm an Indian too. I'm part Indian as well. So
I know.
Again, I understand what you're talking about. And the food, a lot of the food is being tampered with in a different ways. I'm a vegetarian. I'm a seafood vegetarian, meaning I do eat fish. I felt, if Jesus can eat fish, then I can eat fish too. But what's going on with the water now in Japan, to be very honest, I think I will truly be becoming a vegan. Maybe it's not for everyone, but it's definitely for me. I prefer not to eat the meat that's being processed, because you have hormones, growth hormones, you have mad cow. There's so many different things going on with the meat system. Plus, I love animals. I love all animals. I love animals too much to eat them. And you're talking about the corn and the rice and all these different things. They're all genetically being modified. And things are changing, and he's right. We need to start growing our own. We have to start from scratch. Take it back, slow down, start over, start from scratch.
God, the Bible tells you what to do about the whole Mystery Babylon series, and I've got Mystery Babylon. I've got the book, Mystery Babylon, New World Order Unveiled. I reveal it to you, and the Bible tells you just come out of her, and you can come out of her in the neighborhood. You can come out of her in Inglewood. You can come out of her in Chicago. You can withdraw and still be completely self-sufficient, independent. And Richard Kelly Hoskins, he's done some great books, and he told me that the foundation of every civilization is the self-sufficient family farm. Now,
that's right.
What they're trying to do over in Russia right now, they're going in and trying to destroy and build apartment buildings on the largest depository of seeds and growing things in the world. They're trying to destroy that. But of course, that's typical. When the Soviet Union was formed, they starved to death 10 million Ukrainians, and they ended up killing 60 million white Russians, Christian Russians. And they're planning on doing that to this country. The Liberty Villages, what you're trying to do, what your people working together, what you're trying to put together, is the reason that I've had you on my show. Because you're trying to do the right thing. You're trying to do the right thing. Now, if we can all pull together, if you might be the glue that puts us together. You might be that.
That's what I've been born for. I've been born to bring the individual units of power together so that we as one can change this world, and everyone has their own personal heaven. And the veterans need you. They need you. They come home without limbs. They come home to families that's left. They come home to disabilities, and for whatever reasons that they've chosen to fight, that's their reasons. I don't believe that anyone ever should kill another human being, period. I just don't believe in that, because Jesus lives within inside of me. So, but if this is what they choose to do, they're still human beings, and they're somebody's son and somebody's daughter and somebody's father and mother, and they need to be taken care of. So your vision is the veterans, and my destiny is children. And
the veterans,
children waiting for me.
The way I see it, the veterans are put into the Liberty Villages to mend the fences, to milk the goats, to repair this or there. But mainly they are there to protect it, because anytime a communist government takes over, like they did in Rwanda, like they did in South Africa, they go in and they kill the farmers and their families first to take over the land. In the Liberty Villages, you would have the veterans there, combat-hardened veterans, trained veterans that are still loyal to the Constitution, and they would be there to protect the children that would be living in there. I don't want to go to a restaurant with a...
May I ask a question?
Yes,
Will
ma'am.
you have veterans that are disabled?
Absolutely.
Okay, well,
because we would be healing.
That's what I kind of saw when you told me about this vision. The ones that really need counseling and they need help, you have to make sure that they are part of this structure, because they really need you. So as well as having the strong ones that can defend you and your people and what you're doing and your country and all those different wonderful things that, as a man and the testosterone that's running through your blood. I'm the Holy Spirit. I'm a female. That's a female element. So the guns and the army men, I'm not comfortable with that. I just don't feel fighting should be a way. We should be learning how to live in peace and not have to pick up a gun. But if this is what you would like to do, just make sure that you incorporate all those individuals who truly need your help as well. Please just don't leave them out.
More of my brothers, more Vietnam vets, have committed suicide than were killed in Vietnam. I think that is a national shame. And
they need help. They need psychological. They really do. They need desensitizing. They need help, and that would be a great place to prosper and grow. And if it was known for helping them, I think you would get a lot more people involved if they know that what they're giving is going to help and rehabilitate, as well as protect. Because you always have the ones that are looking for protection, but really that. As long as you incorporate that, and like you just said, a lot of them commit suicide. So that means they need counseling, they need guidance, they need to be reassured that their lives are important. That's so important that we need them. And that's very important. So your cause is a great cause.
All right. PowerRoyal, thank you for being on my show. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to working with you anyway. You're free to call me at any time.
Call recording has been completed.
All right, dear. Thank you very much.
You know what? And wait a minute.
Yes, sure. Go ahead. We got 2 more minutes.
I am so into what you want to do. Like, you've been talking to me about what I wanted to do, but talking to you today and listening to what you want to do with the veterans, I think it is a magnificent, because we didn't have a good chance to talk about it in depth. And I think that it's a great idea. What area are you talking about starting your building in?
Any area in the world. Anytime anybody's got some land, all they got to do is donate 5 acres. You got a farm or a ranch, donate 5 acres, and we'll make it into a business, a turnkey business that is open to the public.
Have you researched on the internet veterans that own land?
Not yet. No, ma'am. I'm only one person. I can only do so much. So I haven't followed up near all the leads. If everybody out there was trying to promote this, and the only thing I'm doing, the Liberty Villages is a concept. It's a community type of thing, just like a co-op. It's basically a co-op. So you get your food cheaper, you get your energy cheaper, you build the energy devices and turn around and sell it, plug it back into the thing, sell it back. And the veterans would be also, the disabled vets would be there to be the teachers and the guiding light for the children. I don't want to go to an old folks home with a bunch of old folks. I'll retire in a place where I got kids running around